Are you that person who's looking for new opportunities, find a new job, or would like to have a change in your career? Or are you the person who's trying to promote your business, who's needing to connect with the right clients or share about your products and services which you are offering? Do you wonder how you will be able to get more reach to the right persons when you actually don't know who are the right persons to reach out for? Then LinkedIn is the right platform for you to reach out to people for your professional purpose. You will be able to showcase your skills, talents, and experiences on LinkedIn, and the people who are actually interested in your profile would be approaching you. You will also be able to share about your business. What are the products and services which you are offering, and how is it different from your competitors? Through LinkedIn, you'll also be able to connect with the founders and CEOs as well. They are the actual decision makers and they don't need to consult with anyone before taking any decision. Now, don't you want to know how you can take complete advantage of the platform LinkedIn? Yes, that's what this video is all about. I am Tony Tom and let's get things going.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoyed this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on this video any queries or suggestions and I will respond to your comments. Hey friends, welcome to this course on LinkedIn marketing. We all know that LinkedIn is a social media platform, right? Everyone does. What are the other social media platforms which are available to us? Can you name some? Yes, we are having Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat and various other platforms, right? Today we are having a lot of social media platforms which are available to us. So in all these social media platforms, we are promoting some contents, right? Let it be any feed, any images, photos or videos and anything. So anyway, all these platforms are being used to promote your feed. So all the marketing trends or marketing strategies which you should be using in all these platforms should be same, right? So I could have completely given a collective course on social media marketing and not on LinkedIn marketing, right? So why am I specifically talking about LinkedIn marketing here and not social media marketing as a whole? So the reason is all those platforms are mainly being used for fun activities. It is completely informal or for entertainment purposes. And that is not the case for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is actually a professional platform where you have to be formal and there have to be some things that you should be keeping in mind while you're sharing your content on LinkedIn platform. So let's get started and see what are the contents which we are going to be sharing or which we are going to be passing on to you in this course. We are going to be starting with why LinkedIn account. We already came to know that LinkedIn is a professional platform and not for fun purpose. So what are the other things that we should be knowing on LinkedIn account? So what are the necessities? What are the uses of having a LinkedIn account? What does it do for you? All these things will be covered in the first topic, that is why LinkedIn account. Then we'll be moving on and seeing how to increase your reach. I've already mentioned that all these social media platforms are used to promote your posts, feeds, videos, images, and all those things, right? So anyways, the main intentions of having a social media platform is to share your contents. So you don't simply share your contents keeping in mind that you don't want anyone to see, right? So you're sharing your content because you need to have a higher reach or you do want to share it with a lot of people. So how can you do that in the right way in the platform LinkedIn? So we'll be talking about how to increase your reach or what are the methodologies that you can be following in order to increase your reach on your profile in the platform LinkedIn. Next comes AllStar Profile. I'm pretty sure that most of you who are attending this course already has a LinkedIn account. For those people, I'm asking this question. Do you know what an AllStar Profile is? Are you having an AllStar Profile? Yes. If you're not, AllStar Profile is actually a kind of profile which you will be able to create in LinkedIn account. So anyone's account on LinkedIn can be made AllStar Profile. The only thing is that you should be sufficing some conditions. You should be giving some inputs to LinkedIn so that it will be automatically be an AllStar Profile. Try to find out if your profile is an AllStar Profile. If not, attend this course completely and you'll be able to know what are all the things that you should be doing in order to achieve the position of an all-star profile. What are the benefits of an all-star profile? What does it actually do to you? What are the advantages of having an all-star profile? How can you create an all-star profile? All those things will be covered in this course. Next, moving on to the next point, we'll be having how to target the right audience. So anyways, LinkedIn platform, let it be any social media platform, there are a lot of people around the globe, right? All those people are having an account in any of the social media. So what you need to do is, from all these people, you need to find out who are the ones whom you want to be sharing those contents. So there will be some specific categorized persons whom you want to be sharing your contents, right? Because your contents will be relevant to only such categorized people, right? If you share those contents to everyone will not be interested in your content or in your domain. So you need to be focusing only on those people who are actually interested to see your content, right? Only then you will be able to get higher engagements on your posts. So you need to be making sure that the contents which you are sharing are getting to the right targeted audience. How can you do that? What are the things to be followed in order to achieve that? All these things will be covered on how to target the right audience. After that, we'll be seeing about LinkedIn groups. Have you heard about LinkedIn groups? I'm pretty sure that you might have heard about Facebook groups. We are having the option or a feature of making groups and having a community in Facebook, right? Similarly to that, we are also having a feature in LinkedIn where you'll be able to form groups or you'll be able to be part of some groups. So what are the advantages of having a LinkedIn group? How can you get into a group? And after getting into a group, how can you communicate or how can you connect with them in order to promote your thoughts or your contents to the right people? And how do you select the group? Even if you want to enter a group, first you want to select the group, right? You want to choose which group you want to enter into. So all these things will be discussed under LinkedIn groups. Coming to the next point, that is how to get more traffic. We know that in any social media account, you want people to come to your profile and visit and have a higher engagement on your profile, right? Likewise, in LinkedIn also, you are promoting your profile itself. You're promoting yourself or the brand which you are representing. That is what you're actually doing in LinkedIn account, right? It might be for your personal branding or it might be for your business or any other services or products which you are providing. For that, in order to promote that, you need to be having more traffic to your page, right? Or more traffic to your profile, right? So how can that be done? How can you drive in people to your profile and have more exposure on your profile? How can that be done? What are the things to be followed or what are the steps to achieve that? All these things will be discussed under how to get more traffic to your profile. The next one is sharing the right content. I've already mentioned that LinkedIn being a professional platform, you need to be keeping some things in your mind so that your delivery is actually appropriate. You should not deliver all the contents which you are delivering in all the other social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Facebook, and all these things. All these platforms are completely for entertainment and fun, right? But that is not the case for LinkedIn accounts. There are certain things that you should be following as well while you're sharing your content. So what are all those contents and what are the right contents which you should be sharing and how you should be sharing in LinkedIn? All these things will be covered under sharing the right content. The next point is best practices and tactics to follow. What are the best practices and what are the main things that you should be keeping in mind so that you can have higher engagement, higher reach, higher target audiences, and higher engagement on your profile, right? What are the things that you should be keeping in mind? What are certain practices that you should be following while doing anything on the platform? All those things will be covered in best practices and tactics to be followed in order to promote your LinkedIn profile. Coming to the last point, which is nothing but LinkedIn Analytics. LinkedIn Analytics is a tool which helps you to rate yourself or rate your performance. How are you performing? How many people have viewed your profile? Who has viewed your profile? How many reach have you got to your posts? And in how many search appearances did you appear in the past week? All those things can be attained through LinkedIn Analytics. It actually gives you a platform or gives you an opportunity to evaluate yourself, evaluate how your profile is performing in the past few days or in the past few weeks. All those things, all those inputs will be given through LinkedIn Analytics as well. Now, let's see in detail regarding all these things what I've just told. Let's get started with our first topic, that is, why do you need a LinkedIn account? By now, we know that LinkedIn is a social media platform and how LinkedIn stands out from all the other social media platforms, right? So let's dive deeper into why do you need a LinkedIn account? what is the necessity of having a LinkedIn account? So let's see more on that. The first point which I would like to showcase before you is regarding branding yourself. LinkedIn provides the opportunity to showcase what all you possess. Your skill sets, your talents, your achievements, your qualifications, your experience. Let it be anything. Whatever you have great within you, you'll be able to showcase that through your LinkedIn profile. Isn't that great? You will be recognized within a lot of people who are there in the platform LinkedIn, and you will be getting a lot of opportunities through this. So through LinkedIn profile and having an efficient LinkedIn profile, you will be able to brand yourself in the platform LinkedIn and get many more opportunities. The second point is promoting your business. If you're having a business which offers a kind of product or any kind of service, you are given the opportunity to showcase that or to promote your business through the platform LinkedIn. You can have a business page where you are talking detailed on your products or services which you're offering. You will be able to get in more business through LinkedIn platform who are interested in your products and services. Thereby, you can get more revenue through LinkedIn platform and you can get more connections as well. You will be able to network with the right people in your field. If you're offering some kind of product or services related to that particular domain, you are given the opportunity to network with the ones who are actually interested in your products or services. You will be able to find out who are the ones who are interested in this product, or who are the ones who are actually having some kind of interest and having your services. You will be able to target that customers or that audiences, promote your things, which is the product and services, to them directly. So you are delivering it to the right ones through the platform. You don't need to go and search for who all are interested in your product. So you will be having the opportunity to connect or to get the information regarding who all are the ones who are searching for it, who are needing your products or needing your services. You're directly given the opportunity to find those kind of people through the platform LinkedIn. The next point is that you can have a direct connection with the relevant person. Imagine if you want to have a direct conversation with someone, what do you need to do? You need to take an appointment, go to their office. When you are given an appointment, you need to make sure that you're free at that particular point of time and you need to be present with them at that particular time. Right? So you need to go to that person, you need to find their time, you need to make sure that you're free at that point of time when they are giving you the appointment. All those things are there, right? You need to go through all such issues if you need to go and meet someone in person, right? But LinkedIn offers you an option for that. You can get direct connection with the eminent personalities and the decision makers actually. You can directly connect with the CEOs, founders, directors, let it be anyone. You will be able to connect with them directly through LinkedIn platform. You don't need to go to their office. You don't need to get their appointments. You can just have them connected to your profile through LinkedIn. And if they are interested, they'll be surely reaching out to you. Right? So these are the main reasons why it is necessary for you to have a LinkedIn profile. Let it be for your personal branding or let it be for your business. You can promote your business, you can promote your career, and you can do all such things by having a LinkedIn account. The next point is how to increase your reach. Just by having a LinkedIn account doesn't do much. You need to perform. Your account need to perform. It need to perform in right manner so that it is having relevant reach. Just by having a LinkedIn account and putting your details into that account doesn't actually do much for your account. You need to have reach. You need to perform things in order to have more reach and thereby get the result through your account, right? So just by doing all these things, you won't be getting, you need to perform certain actions so that you are getting the right reach and you're getting more connections and more out of your account. So how can you get more reach? We'll be looking into that. Anything that you put on your account or in your feed, let it be any images, videos, content, or anything. Any feed that you put are being shared through LinkedIn algorithm. It's not a single person who is finding what you're putting and putting it to different person's feed. So it's not happening like that. It is a LinkedIn algorithm who picks up your content and delivers it to a lot of people having right reach and massive reach. So it's based on this algorithm how your posts are getting reach. So you need to be identifying how LinkedIn algorithm works so that you can have a better reach and reach to your right target audience. So you need to be understanding how LinkedIn algorithm works. So by the end of this course, you'll be having an idea on how LinkedIn algorithm works and how you'll be able to get higher reach. I've already mentioned regarding AllStar Profile. Anyone can make an AllStar Profile. You don't need to pay for anything in order to get an AllStar Profile. By having an AllStar Profile, you are getting a higher reach. By having an AllStar Profile, you are getting a much higher probability to get more connections, more opportunities, more reach. So it is necessary to have an AllStar Profile. it actually costs nothing to you. Then why don't you have an AllStar profile so that anyways you're going to benefit out of it and you're not going to spend anything, right? So it's always better to have an AllStar profile in order to get a right reach and increased reach. The next one is targeting the right audience. Actually, just by having an increased reach doesn't actually work. You will not be able to get high engagement or high interactions with your posts if you're not actually delivering it to the right audience, right? If you're talking about complete technical stuffs and you're delivering it to a person who's actually not interested in the technical stuff and actually don't know what a technical stuff are, and if you tell them or convey these things to them, they'll not be interested. They'll not be engaging with your post. They'll be ignoring your post and moving on to other posts, right? So you need to be making sure that the reach, whichever you are getting, is the relevant reach and not just sharing with any number of people. So having reach is important, and more than that, having relevant reach is more important. So only by having the right audiences to showcase your posts, only then you will be getting the right engagements and right reach. If you're not delivering it to the right content, you'll not be getting engagements. And if you're not getting engagements, the LinkedIn algorithm also thinks that this content or this post is of poor quality and people are not interested in it. So you need to be making sure that your content are being shared to the right audience so that you'll be getting more engagements, more attractions, and people will be interested in your post. And then by understanding this, LinkedIn algorithm kicks in and promote your post to more people who are having relevant interests. The final point here is sharing the right content. I've already mentioned that LinkedIn, being a professional platform, you need to be having a formal tone here. Just by following Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and all those things are kind of informal and for fun and entertainment, right? So that should not be the approach which you should be having in the platform LinkedIn. You should be formal. You should be taking everything in a professional manner. You need to know what is the right content which you need to be sharing and how should you be sharing those. So sharing the right content is one of the most important factors in order to get the right reach. We'll be talking about all these things in detail in the coming slides. The next one is AllStar Profile. I've already mentioned twice regarding AllStar Profile. Now let's see how we'll be able to create AllStar profiles and what are the advantages of having an AllStar profile. How are you going to benefit by having or by creating an AllStar profile? And I'll also be showing how to create an AllStar profile. What are the things that is required in order for you to create an AllStar profile and get higher reach? Right? Let's get started with AllStar Profile. Let me start with explaining the benefits or advantages of having an AllStar profile. Data suggests that you will be getting 21 times more profile views when you're compared not to having an AllStar profile. See, by having an AllStar profile, your profile views are not getting multiplied by 1, 2, or 3. It's not multiplying by any of these values, any of these single unit values, right? It is getting multiplied by 21 times. Not twice, not thrice, not any of that sort. It is multiplying by 21 times. If you're having 5 profile views with your regular account, the chances are that you are to get 105 profile views with your AllStar profile. See, that is the kind of difference that AllStar profile can create to your profile. The next point is that you'll be getting 9 times more connection requests. To get the right connections, it is very much hard. You'll be able to connect with your friends, family, relatives, and the ones you know. But in order to get the right connections from nowhere, if you're not having any contact, how do you get the connections? By having an AllStar profile, if you want to get connected with an eminent personality or a person who's having a lot of value and you need to approach them, you are given the opportunity to connect with 9 times more the connections. So that is being made possible through AllStar profile. Social media platforms are not about connecting with the people that you know, especially LinkedIn. If you are just to connect with your friends, family, neighbors, and all those things, there's no point in having a LinkedIn account. The main purpose of having a LinkedIn account is to connect with the eminent personalities. You might not be knowing these personalities, right? You might not be knowing the eminent personalities or CEOs, CMOs, directors, and decision makers. These are the top people in the management and they are the decision makers. It's not so often that you are having contact with them. LinkedIn is a platform which offers you the opportunity to connect with strangers of high importance. It's not just that they are strangers at the same time, they're eminent strangers. They're having high values or cores or skill sets, and they'll be able to help you in a professional manner. And you will be able to connect with them with the platform LinkedIn. And by having an AllStar profile, you are likely to have this even 9 times more. The last point here is you'll be getting 40 times more opportunities than what you'll be getting when you are having a normal account. If you're getting 1 job offers in a month, you are likely to get 40 job opportunities in one single month. And if your account is related to business, if you're promoting your business, that is your products and services, and then you are able to multiply your business 40 times by having an AllStar profile. See, multiplying your business 40 times is not a small thing. If you are getting 1,000 rupees profit in selling one single product or service, it is likely to be getting 40 times, that is 40,000 rupees through an AllStar profile. Isn't that great? Now, don't you think that you should be having an AllStar profile? These are the statistical data which are proven, and I'm showcasing this to you to make sure you understand what is the importance of having a simple step, that is creating an AllStar profile. Now let's see what are the factors that you should be fulfilling in order to get an AllStar profile. Let me start with the first one, that is having a professional photo. The first thing that you should be noting while creating a LinkedIn account is having a professional photo. This is not a photo that you're posting it on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. There and all, you're allowed to post any kind of posts, right? Any kind of photo. In such platforms, you are given the right to share any kinds of informal images as well as your profile picture. But when you're coming to a professional profile in the platform LinkedIn, you need to be making sure that you are submitting a professional photo. By mentioning a professional photo doesn't actually mean that you need to go to a professional photographer and get a photo taken by that professional photographer. Or it also doesn't mean that you need to be going to a photo studio and get a photo taken from the studio. Or it also doesn't mean that you need to be submitting a professional photo with suit and tie. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean any of this. By mentioning professional photo is that it simply means that you should be submitting a simple photo which covers your full face, and then people should be trying to identify you just by seeing your photo. Coming to current position. In order to have an AllStar profile, the second factor which you should be satisfying is current position. You should be mentioning your position, your designation in whichever company you're working for. For example, if I'm taking my case, I am working as a research analyst with Great Learning. So I should be mentioning I'm a research analyst at Great Learning. All those things should be mentioned in the current position slot. The third one is the industry. In which industry are you working for? What is the kind of industry you're working for? All those things can be mentioned in that slot. For example, if I'm taking my case, I'm working for Great Learning, which is an edtech industry, which belongs to an edtech industry. So my industry would be edtech. And coming to the about page. In about page, you should be mentioning about who you are, what do you like, what are your achievements, what are your qualifications, all those things in a brief manner so that people will be able to understand you in a better way. So you can showcase about any of those things in your about page as well. At the same time, if this is not your personal profile and this is your profile which you use to promote your business, that is your product, service, and all those things, if this is a profile of that sort for business, dedicated completely for business opportunities, then what you should be mentioning in the about page, it should be related to your products or the service which you're mentioning. So what are the products you're offering? What are the services that you're offering? And how many kinds of products? What are the advantages of products? Have a detailed description on that. Detail in the sense, don't be over detailed. Mention it key points. You should be mentioning the key points and also mention your clients. If you are having a huge client, or if you're having a great opportunity to work with someone, or if you offered some huge eminent personality, any sort of work, you can mention that. So showcase your talents, showcase your great works and all those things in your about page so that people will be thinking that, okay, fine, you are an expert in that area. So showcase everything that will be able to convince all the viewers that you are an expert in what you're doing. So all such things can be included in your about page. You can also mention the offers which you're offering to your customers. So if you're having a combo offers, or if you're having a first time purchase offer, anything of that, so that also can be mentioned to your customers so that it'll be easy for them, or it'll try to get you more businesses, or it will try them to trust you, and people will be more tend to take your business and have a connection with you as well. So that is what you should be mentioning if your profile is more onto business side. And also don't forget to mention you're getting a contact form or something. Ask them to contact you if they are having any doubts or concerns related to your products or the services which you're offering. feel free to ask them to contact you in your personal email ID or your company email ID. Ask them to fill out the form, a contact form or something that you can contact them later. And it's also a good practice to offer free consultations to the people who are having business with you for the first time, so that they can build emotion with you and also build trust in your brand as well. So that is what you should be mentioning in your about page. Next comes skill sets. So what are the skill sets you possess? What have you gained over time? So what are the qualifications or what are the advantages of hiring you? If you're having any certifications or any achievements, you can mention all those things in your skill sets. The next thing is regarding education. Talk about your education. So where have you done your schooling? Where have you done your graduation? On what have you done your graduation? And if you're done your post-graduation, in which specific area did you do your post-graduation? And if not, just mention till where you have done your education qualifications. It's always better to give all these information to the ones who are viewing your profile. Then comes location. Where are you belonging to, or where are you currently working in? So what is the work location? All these data will help the LinkedIn algorithm to filter out the reach for you. So to whom all should your content be reached, and to whom all your profile should be showcased to. All those things can be taken from these inputs which you are giving. So it is better to give all these informations so that you're having right reach and relevant reach. At the same time, I would like to mention that if you are not an employee, if you're not working for any company, and if you're just a student pursuing something, in place of current position, you can give student pursuing so and so. So it doesn't mean that if you're not employed, you will not be given the opportunity to have an AllStar profile. Even if you're not employed, if you're just a student pursuing your master's or pursuing your graduation, even then you are given the opportunity to have or to create an AllStar profile. So in place of current position, you can give you are a student pursuing so and so from this college or this university. Apart from all these points, there is one more thing which you need to be fulfilling in order to create an AllStar profile. Do you know what it is? Can you guess what it would be? It is your experiences. If you are an experienced person having immense experience in the industry, it is always better and it is a must for you to have your experience mentioned in your account. So in which all companies have you worked for, and in which all positions have you worked for in all those companies? How long was your duration in that particular company? All these things should be mentioned in your account. If you joined a company as a manager and within a period of 1 or 2 years, you got promoted as a senior manager, then you should be mentioning that you got promoted from a manager to a senior manager in the same company. And you should also be mentioning the time period in which you worked in the company as a manager and time period in which you started working in that particular company as a senior manager. So experience is also one important factor which can add to your AllStar profile. So it is also a must, or it is a necessity for you to include your professional experiences which you have gathered over the years, the companies you have worked with, the duration in which you have worked with the company, and also the designation in which you have worked for the company. Now let's see the next topic, that is nothing but targeting the right audience. We have already come across the topic of having higher reach to your profile, right? So there's actually no point in simply having higher reach. If the people who are viewing your contents are actually not interested in your topics or in the posts which you are being frequently posting, then you're not getting any output from displaying your contents to them, right? So you should be displaying your contents or your thoughts or your feedbacks to the ones who are actually interested in those topics or interested in that complete domain. So you should be focusing on having a reach on those people who are actually interested on the topics which you are trying to convey. So make sure that while you're trying to define reach or trying to evaluate your reach to your profile, just make sure that the reach are relevant and not just simply some random reach. So it is completely important to understand the difference of having higher reach when you're not actually targeting the right audience. So make sure you target the right audience and you're getting the right audience. Only then those reach will be having higher engagements and will be having higher impact on your posts as well as your profile. Now let's dive deeper into targeting the right audience and see what are all the things that we are covering in this topic. The first thing which I have mentioned here is regarding deciding your goal or objective. Initially, the first step that you should be doing in order to target the right audience is understand what is the purpose of this LinkedIn account, or what is the purpose or intention of having this profile on LinkedIn. So what is your purpose? Is it just to promote yourself in order to get, more promotions, shift from one company to another company, or find a job elsewhere in any particular locations? So is it because of that you're trying to create your profile and you're trying to promote on that concept? Or is it because you want to promote your business as a whole? You want to promote your products and services which you are offering by the company? Is it because of that in order to get more business? Or is it because of having a brand awareness, increase the reach on your brand? Is it because of that? So understand what your objective is, what your goal is. So the main two different ideas or objectives which you might be having are nothing but in order to have a personal profile, in order to get more promotions, find new jobs, find a workplace near to your native place, or any of that sort. And the next one is regarding your business, to promote your business, to increase the sales, to achieve your targets, to enter into new markets, and all such things. So all such things can be the intention of getting your profile active on the platform LinkedIn, right? So first thing is, you need to identify what is your goal or what is the intention of having your LinkedIn profile, right? So that is the first thing. Next comes optimizing your profile. What is optimizing your profile? Optimizing your profile is actually nothing but giving all the relevant details regarding you or your company onto the platform. Only with the relevant information which you are giving, by comparing these informations only, LinkedIn algorithm works and try to reach for the right people to share your contents. At the same time, make sure that all the things are being given to the platform so that they can do this. So what are the things that you must be giving? The basic things. First, you should be describing about yourself. That is, who are you? What are you? What are you interested in? What are your strengths? All these things must be conveyed in your about page. So you should be talking about yourself, your interests, your strength, your achievements, and all those things can be mentioned there. Apart from that, you should also mention your education qualifications, where you have done your schooling, where you have done your graduation, in which university did you do your graduation, and all such things, right? And also, if you have done your post degree or post graduation, mention that as well. Is it your MBA or MSc? And all such things can also be mentioned. And the next thing is regarding your experience. If you're actually an employee working for a company, you can talk about the experiences which you're having, the companies which you have worked for, the duration which you have spent time working for that company, and the designation in which you were working for that company as well. And all those things will be adding value to your profile because the jobs you're finding for will be filtered from the experience which you're having. And similar job offers will be shown to you by looking at your qualifications, your education, and also your previous experiences. At the same time, when people are actually looking for candidates for new openings, for them also, it will be showing depending upon your information which you're giving. So if those things match what you're actually sharing and what the actual need of the employer is, so if those things are matching, your profile will be shown to them. So in search appearances, your profile will be shown to them and you are given an opportunity to showcase your profile and then, thereby get an opportunity to work with that company. The next point is connection. You will be able to connect with the eminent person or the relevant person in the LinkedIn platform. So you can go to their profile and find out whether they are the relevant customer for you or they are the relevant person to be connected with in order to increase your branding in your profile. So in order to find out that, you can go to the profile and understand who they are, what are their inputs, what are their skill sets, where are they presently working, and if that connection might be helpful for you, you can go and send them a connection request. And if that particular person accepts your connection request, and then the connection has established between you and that particular person in the platform LinkedIn. So that is how you will be able to connect with different people in the platform LinkedIn. This can happen the other way around as well. If someone else finds you attractive and if someone else finds your profile attractive, you will be sent a request from their end. And if you think that this connection is going to be benefiting you as well, then you can accept those connection requests and then also you will be able to connect with those particular persons. Connections are of different types. First connection, second connection, and third connection. First connection is actually nothing but you are directly connected with the other person through connections. So either you have sent a request and they have accepted it, or they have sent a request and you have accepted it. That is how the first connection is being made. And talking about the second connection. Second connection is the next level in which you are actually not directly connected with that person, but you both are having mutual friends. That is, there are people who know both you and the other person as well. So there is a mutual connection between you and them. So in that particular condition or in that particular scenario, those connections will be classified as second connections because you are not directly connected with that person, but you are having mutual friends or mutual connections between you and that particular persons. So this kind of people will be marked as your second connection. Next one is as third connection. So third connection is actually nothing but, you are not connected with that person directly. You have not sent a request to that person, or they have not also sent a request for you in order to get connected. And at the same time, you both are not having any mutual connections as well. So there are no point of contact between you and that particular person. And you completely don't know that person at all. But you are being shown that third person, right? That is because your inputs in the profile and their requirements in their profile might be matching. And these can be the main reason why you have been shown their profile or they have been shown your profile, because those inputs which you have given and they have required, or they have given and you have required, are same. So in such scenarios, you will be shown of different profiles of third connections where you don't have any direct contact with them or you don't have any mutual friends with them as well. So that is the case, you will be shown regarding third connections. That's all about connections. The next thing is the location. You will be able to target audience based on the locations which they are working, or based on the locations which you are working. If you are currently working in Bangalore and you are searching for expanding your business to Mumbai, so if you want to do that, you can access people who are actually settled or working in Mumbai. So you can search for that particular location, right? And if you are trying to shift your job from Bangalore to Mumbai, what can be done? There also you can target that particular location. So by mentioning that you're searching for the people or searching for the connections or searching for the personalities which are working in that particular location, so you will be given all the people who are working in that particular location matching with the profile requirement. So that conditions can be attained, or that people who are actually working in that particular location can be attained by giving the location in the filter. The next one is companies. If you're trying to move to another company, say you want to get a job in the company Amazon, you're trying for a new job role there. So what can be done? You can search for the HR managers who are actually working in that particular company, right? So you need to contact the HR manager and you need to say that you are having these many experiences, these and these are your skill sets, and you would like to get a job offer in that particular company, which is Amazon. So you need to be contacting the HR manager of Amazon, right? So for that, what can be done? You can search for the people who are actually working in that company. So you will be given an option to give that in the slot called current company. In current company, you will be able to give this input where you need to get the people who are currently working in. So if you give Amazon as your current company, you will be getting all the people who are actually working in that particular company. And the other option which companies offers us to is past companies. So what does past company do, or why is it available to us, or what are we going to be benefiting out of having the past company option? So it is nothing but, we already know that we gave the current company as Amazon, so that all the HR managers which we are going to be getting is working from that company, that is Amazon. And at the same time, giving Amazon as a current company, and if you give some other company in your past companies, so you'll be getting people who are actually working for that company Amazon, but be previously working with that particular company. He has already worked with this particular company which we are giving in the past company. I hope you got me. I will give you an example. So for example, if I am searching for someone, or if I am trying to assign employment in the company Amazon, so I'll be giving current company as Amazon, and I am pretty particular that I need to be contacting with the person or with the HR manager who's currently working in Amazon, but before working with Amazon, he used to be working with Google. Because I might have been working with Google, so that I can create a connection with the HR manager who used to be working with Google. So he'll also be having a soft corner with me because I have been part of the same employer which he used to be part of, and I would like to join for the company which he is working for, and also shame the same employer as well. So in that case, I'll be able to connect with the people who are actually working for the company which I would like to get an opportunity from. At the same time, he also used to work for the company which currently I am working for. That kind of emotional attachment can be created by using this filter. So if you are particular that you need to be using companies as a filter, and you need to be getting people from all those categories, you will be able to do that by using the filter companies. So you can give the past company which they have been worked for, or in the past experiences, they belong to that company at some point of time, and now they're not working with the company. So in that cases, you'll be getting that. And current companies, you're searching for people from Amazon. He's actually working for Amazon, but previously working for Amazon, he was an employee of this particular company, which is Google in our case. The next point is industry. Which industry are you trying to shift to? Or in which industry are you trying to find a job in? or in which industry are you trying to find out the people who are belonging to. So all these things can be filtered out using the option industry. So basically, if you're taking my condition, I am an employee of Great Learning. So if I am searching for similar jobs in any of the other companies in the same platform, I should be searching for the industry e-learning or edtech. So this is the sector I am working in. So that is how you should be looking on. If you are belonging to an IT sector or computer science department or computer science engineering, you should be doing IT services and other departments. So if you're a mechanical engineering, you can go for industrial engineering, mechanical engineering, and all other stuffs. So based on all those things, you will be able to sort your people whom they are belonging to. So based on your interest or industry which you are working for, you will be able to get the people from relevant industry as well. So it will be very easy for you to target the relevant audience or sort or filter out the people which you want to be looking at or you want to be sharing with. That's all what we have in industry. Coming to the last one. The last one is based on language. So if you're particular about any language, you can do that as well. So English is the most prominent language in India in the professional arena. So at the same time, if you are proficient in any other language as well, you can mention that as well. So if you know any other language like Hindi, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, Tamil, and all those things, and if you're proficient in that language, you can mention that as well, because if you're shifting from one location to another, and if you are knowing that particular language which is being spoken in that particular area, it's going to be an advantage for you. If you're trying to shift from north to south, so basically, in north, most prominent language is Hindi, and you're planning to shift to south, that is Tamil Nadu, and then, you will be having an upper hand which if you are knowing language Tamil. And if you're moving to Karnataka, or if you're planning to Karnataka or Bangalore as a whole, and if you're having an expertise or a higher provision in the language Kannada, it is going to be beneficial for you if you are having to mingle with all the local people. So if your profession demands that, it is always good to mention the languages which you are proficient, so that, you will be getting an upper hand on that. So by following these many tactics or these many things, you will be able to target the right audience. So that is what we are going to be looking at. So we'll also be looking at implementing this in the platform LinkedIn. So before going to that, let me summarize that. So we can target the right audience by following, deciding the right goal or objective, optimizing our profile, and trying to have a look at the connections. So what kind of connections are we having? First connection, second connection, third connection, and all those connections, right? And the location where we are and where we are planning to move, and all those things, right? And the companies which you are trying to move to, and the past companies, current companies, and all those things we saw. And if you're trying to shift from one company to another company or in a different industry, you can mention that, or what kind of people are you looking for in which particular industry, you can filter out there. And also based on the language, if you're proficient in one of the languages apart from English or any other local languages, you can mention that as well, so that you'll be having an upper hand. And when people are searching for all these categorized people, your items will be received, and you will also be able to target the right audience based on these many factors. Now let's move on to the platform and identify how we'll be able to target the right audience. Now we are on the platform LinkedIn, and we'll be seeing how we'll be able to target the right audience, how we'll be able to see the right audience whom we actually want to connect with. So basically, that's what we are going to be doing. And right now we are on the platform LinkedIn, and this is my profile. So basically, where you're going to be targeting the right audience, or where you will be able to implement the targeting the right audience based on several factors, are using the search bar, which is available to us. So simply by clicking on it, and if you're trying to contact anyone, if you're trying to contact an HR manager of a particular company, you can search for HR managers. Right? You're simply searching for HR managers. By giving HR managers, you'll be getting all the results on HR managers as well. So all the people who are actually working as HR managers, all the job openings which are available to us in the platform LinkedIn as HR managers, and also the posts which have been tagged with HR managers or related to the HR managers, all those things will be shown to us in the platform LinkedIn when you're simply searching for HR managers. Here we are having everyone marked as HR managers, the posts, the people, and all the job openings. So, you're actually not particular about what you actually want to convey, right? So you have not mentioned what are you looking for, are you looking for people, or are you looking for job opportunities? You have not mentioned that to the software. How will we be able to do that depending upon the factors which we have mentioned just before? Right? So for that, we'll be able to apply filters. So these are the many filters which is available to us: people, jobs, or posts, groups, companies, schools, courses, events, services. And also at the same time, we'll given an option for all filters, where we'll be given the opportunity or the feature to give in our filters which we require. So I'm going to select all filters, where we'll be able to implement all the filters. So this is the box which is coming to us by clicking on all filters: connections of, locations, company, current company, past company, schools, industry in which you're working, profile, language, open to service categories, keywords, all of these are the various factors from which we'll be able to filter out. So these are the various factors which we have already mentioned in the PPT. So I'll be mentioning how to implement all those things in the platform LinkedIn. Okay. So basically starting off with connections. Who are connections? Who are your connections? Basically, all your connections will be marked as your first connections because you're directly in connection with that people. How can you get connected with people in the platform LinkedIn? So basically, it can be happening like you can send connection request to that particular person or the other way around. They can also send a connection request to you, whether asking, can we get connected in the platform LinkedIn? And if you accept that person or if they accept your request, you'll be connected with that person and that person will be part of your first connections. So all those people who are actually directly connected with you in the platform as connections will be marked as first connections. And what about the connections second and third? If all the people who are connected with me are being marked as first connections, so why do we need second and third? What does that actually do, right? So let me come to second and third as well. So second connections are actually nothing but people whom you're actually not connected with. You have either not sent a request to them or they have also not sent a request to us and none of them have accepted any request as well. So in that particular case, the people will not be connected with us, right? So all those people who are not connected with us at the same time, if we are having any mutual connections or mutual friends with both our accounts, only then those people will be marked as second connections. Even if you're not connected with that person directly, there are high probability or high chances that you might be knowing them. This is because, you both are having a lot of common connections. So based on this, LinkedIn platform will be understanding that these two profiles are having a high probability that they might be knowing each other because they're having common connections or they are having a lot of common or mutual friends. So this is basically how the platform LinkedIn understands that, these people can have a probability or can have a chance of knowing each other. So all those peoples or all those profiles in which, you both are having a mutual connections will be marked as second connection. So in simple words, second connections are actually nothing but people whom you might be knowing or have a higher chance of knowing them. And how is LinkedIn coming to understand those kind of people? So LinkedIn is basically understanding these kind of people whom you might be knowing based on your common connections. Maybe you both are having a lot of common connections between them. So depending upon these mutual connections, you will be shown as a second connection to that particular person. At the same time, those particular person will be shown to you as second connection because you are having a lot of mutual connections. That is how a second connection is classified. The next one is third connection. Third connections are actually nothing but people whom you might not be knowing and you both might not have even common connections at the same time. So how are third connections being shown to you when you don't know that person and when you're not having any common connections as well? Why is that person's profile being shown to you? The main reason why third connections can be shown to you is mainly because, these might be the people who might be of relevant importance for your profile based on the inputs or the data which you have been put forward in your profile. So based on these profiles, whose all profile are matching based on this and who are actually searching for these kind of people will be shown to you as third person or third connection. So based on this third connection, you will be able to get connected with the right person based on your inputs which you have given. It will be able to get you more opportunities, more branding, and all those things can be provided for your page and for your business as well through your third connection. So finding the relevant connections or relevant people based on your interest from the basic features or the basic details that you have put forward, you'll be able to see them as third connection. The next category in the filters are connections off. If you want to get connected with the people who are actually connected with a person. So say if Jack is an imaginary person, okay. So if you want to get connected with the people or if you want to promote your feed with all the people who are actually connected with Jack, then you can mention that person in here in this box so that your feeds or your posts will be promoted or will be targeted to all the connections which that person has. So in order to get that kind of an approach or targeting, you can do that in the segment connections off. The next kind of filter which is available to us is locations. You will be able to filter out people based on the locations where they are working. So if you are a person who is trying to relocate from one location to another location, say if you're working in Bangalore and you want to move to Mumbai. So in order to move from Bangalore to Mumbai, you need to relocate, right? So in order to relocate, you need to resign from this job currently and you are actually looking for a new job in Mumbai. So in order to get those opportunities from Mumbai, you will be able to get the target audience on your profile from that particular location. So if you want to give Mumbai or any let's say Maharashtra, just click Maharashtra. So if you want to move to any other location, just add your location in this column and you just stick it there so that you will be able to target the audience from that particular location. So even if you want to promote your business, say that you want to increase your market size, or if you want to launch your product or service to new market, and you need to, get a study on that, and you need to get connection from those particular places, you will be able to do that with the filter locations as well. So locations can not only be helpful in order to, find a new job in a particular location, but also in order to promote your business or sales or introduce or get to a new market as well. So these are the basic advantage of having filters based on locations. The next set of filters which is available to us is current company and past company. I've already mentioned about this in the PPT itself. So let me explain this again in the platform as well. So if you are searching for a people who is working on Amazon, so you're actually trying to get an HR manager from a company, right? So you're actually looking for an employment in that particular company, and you're looking for an HR manager who's working in that company. Say if you are trying to get a new job in Amazon company, and you are looking for the HR managers from those companies, so that you will be able to contact them, and you will be able to showcase your profile and your resume to them, and whenever your profile seem to be matching, or whenever they are having an openings, they will be contacting you. So in order to get that kind of connection, or in that kind of approach, you will be able to have current company filter. So in order, if you're searching for Amazon as your new employer, then you can take Amazon. So you'll be getting the HR managers and all the people from that company itself. So in order to get connected with that particular person from that particular company, you will be able to use the filter current company. And what about past company? Past company is actually nothing but, you're actually trying to get a job in Amazon itself, and you're trying to find out the HR managers who's working in Amazon itself. And you are having a certain criteria that the particular person who's actually working currently in Amazon, who's actually working in Amazon right now, should have been working with some other company before joining Amazon. If you're having any such criteria, so you want to know that, IBM is being shown here, right? So if I'm taking IBM here, you will be shown the people who are actually worked with IBM and then moved from IBM and joined Amazon at some point of time. So that is what the filters current company and past company offers to you. So all the HR managers who have worked with IBM and then moved from IBM and joined Amazon will be shown to you by by implementing this filter, that is current company and past company. So if you're having no mindset or no idea to get people from the past company, you can simply give current company and move on without taking any advantage of having the past company filter as well. So it is completely up to you whether to take any filter or whether to ignore any filter as well. The next kind of filter which is available to us in all filters is school. So if you're actually keen about knowing people who are actually from your school or your university who is actually working in that particular company, so you want to connect with those managers or those people who are actually having experience in that company and who will be able to acquire you to the company based on school. You will be able to build an emotional sentiments and all those things by knowing that your own alumni from your own school or your own university is working there, and you can approach saying that, hi, I am also from the same school, or I am also from the same university. I passed out from this year and I'm looking for a job there. So if you want to have that kind of an approach also, you will be able to do that through the filter school. And the next one or the next filter is industry. Which industry are you trying to find a job in, or in which industry are you trying to promote your products or services which you're providing by your business? Okay, so in order to do that, or in order to filter those people based on industry also, you will be able to do it. So if you're trying to get a job in an e-learning sector or a tech firm, you will be able to take out e-learning, so that your posts or your feeds will be promoted, or you will be redirected with the people who are actually in the e-learning industry. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. Or else if you are an IT guy, or if you are a computer engineer, and if you want to find opportunities in the IT service and sector, you'll be able to tick that as well. So you are an IT guy and you want job opportunities there, you can go for information technology and services and untick e-learning. So if you're trying to get people from various industries, you can do that as well. You can get from IT as well. You can get from e-learning sectors. Add an industry, you can do that as well, for industry manufacturing or something. See, electrical and electronic manufacturing. So if you want to do that as well, you can add an industry and then do that as well, or get your category or get your industry of your preferred interest from this filter, and then try to find out or try to target your audience based on these filters as well. And the next one is profile language. So profile language is actually nothing but, in order to get the people who are actually able to speak in a particular language, and if you're comfortable with that language, and if you want to connect with the people who are actually prominent in that particular language, you can do that. So English is basically the language which is being spoken all throughout India in the professional manner. So if you are trying to move out of the country, and if you're trying to move into any other foreign country and you're trying to make a connection there, so you can select any foreign language or any other language based on your interest as well. And the next one is open to, which talks about your consulting and volunteering, or if it's a non-profit organization. So based on those, you may fill or you may not fill. And the next one is service category. Service category is nothing but, with which category are you looking for your job, or which category are you trying to promote your business, or which category is your business falling under. So all based on all these factors, you will be able to filter out these service categories as well. And the next one is regarding keywords. If you are specific about one person and you know that one person and you need to get connected with that one particular person, so you don't need to search for or you don't need to find out the right audience. You're actually particular that you need to connect with that particular person. In order to get that done, you'll be able to give their first name, last name, the title or the designation in which they are working, the company in which they are working for, and the school or university where they have completed year studies. So if you're knowing all these factors, you'll be able to directly fill in the details and get the result out of these. You can also give all these inputs in the search bar here itself, so that you will be getting suggestions based on your interest as well. So here in this filters we have given. So in this filters, let's say I'm interested in third connections, first connection, second connection, all the connections. So let it be anyone who is actually matching with all the other filters. I'm interested in my profile, and I want to filter out people based on that. So I am not interested, or I am not very particular that they should be first connection, there should be second connections, or there should be third connections. I'm not particular about that, so I am giving all the three. And based on the location, I give Maharashtra and Karnataka maybe. And current company, I'm looking for a job in Amazon, so I'm giving Amazon. And I'm not particular about their experience in previous companies, so I'm not giving that. So I'm taking that. If you are having any priority on their experience based on which you are trying to filter them out, then you can give this as well. And university, I'm not actually specifically interested in the alumni from your university. If you're interested, you can give. I'm not interested in that, so I'm not giving. And in which industry is these companies falling under? Amazon and all those things, which industry is coming under. So based on which industry or which domain are you trying to work for that company, you can give the industry. And the language is English, which I prefer. And then I'm not interested in open to. And then service categories, I'm not interested in that as well. So any service category is fine for me for now. And I'm not giving any filters or keyword filters right now. So I'm trying to get the results out of these many filters which I have given. Okay, so I'm trying to show results. See, these are the people who are actually working in Amazon, and based on these locations as well. I have given locations Karnataka and Maharashtra, right? And I'm also given the language Bangalore and all other features. So these are the people who match these categories which I have given. See, these are the people, and in connections I have given 3 filters, that is first connection, second connection, third connection. Location I've given 2 locations, that is nothing but Karnataka and Maharashtra. So if you click here, you'll be able to know that I've given Maharashtra and Karnataka, and you can close that. You can edit those locations here as well. So even after giving the filters, you'll be able to edit any number of times, and even after giving the filters also, you'll be able to edit. So that is not an issue. And the company which I'm looking for, that is current company I've given Amazon. So all these people are working in Amazon itself. And the industry I've preferred for 3 industries. So based on your industry or interest, you can give your industry in which you are trying to find a job for. And the language which I've given is English. So all these people will be prominent with English, and I'll be able to communicate with them in the language English. So that is also not an issue. And I'm getting 80 results here who are matching all these filters. See, so I'll be able to target the audience who will be able to provide me a job offer based on the filters, based on the details which I have given. So this is how we target the right audience based on our interest or the things which we require. So we'll be able to search for the target audience through this way in the platform LinkedIn. Now let's come to our next topic, that is nothing but LinkedIn groups. I'm sure that you will be familiar with Facebook groups, isn't it? Aren't you familiar with Facebook groups? Yes, you are. At some point of time, Facebook groups was very active, and we used to communicate with people from groups where we were able to make groups, communicate with them, share ideas, share thoughts, and engage with them, right? So similar to that, we are having LinkedIn groups as well. Let's see how LinkedIn groups make an effect on our profile or our business. Let's dive deeper into LinkedIn groups. So some key points which you should be making sure or you should be keeping in mind while joining any LinkedIn groups are finding the right groups, making new connections, contacting the people from the group, showcasing your works. So these are the things that you should be following. So let me, focus more on each of these points. The first one being finding the right groups. You should be making sure that you're finding the right groups and joining the right groups so that you'll be able to communicate with the right persons and, establish a connection and, network with the people who are actually benefiting out of it. So basically, you need to be making sure that you should be finding the right groups because, you're having a limitation of the number of groups in which you will be able to join. That is, you'll be able to join a maximum of 50 groups in LinkedIn platform. So why waste joining a group which is not active, rather than leave that group and then move on with a new group where you'll be able to find new opportunities and mingle with a lot of people, right? So make sure that the group which you're actually joining is of relevant. So make sure that you're joining a group of higher relevance. So if you're a digital marketer, make sure that you don't simply join each and every digital marketers group. So if you're joining all digital marketers group, you'll be able to find your competitors. You'll not be able to find your clients who are actually looking for the services which you are providing. So in order to find such groups, or in order to find such people, so in order to find the people who are actually needing your services, you need to be joining in such groups where your clients will be joining. So if you are a digital marketer and if you're actually providing service for digital marketing in an e-commerce platform, so you should be joining the platforms, or you should be joining the LinkedIn groups where all those people or those people related to e-commerce will be joining. If you're joining in such platforms or such LinkedIn groups, only then you will be able to find your clients from that group. So if you're simply joining all the groups where digital marketers are present, you will be able to communicate with the people who are actually in your domain. That is all the digital marketers. But simply having communication with them will not be bringing you business, or will not be bringing you clients for your business. So in order to get that, you should be knowing where your clients will be, in which all groups are your clients supposed to be present. So you should be making a note of that, and you should be joining all the groups which are relevant to that particular domain. Right? So please make sure that you're joining your groups which are relevant, which can bring in business to your group, or which can bring in opportunities for your career. So please make sure all these things. Also keep in mind that you can join a maximum of 50 groups. Join maximum of 50 groups and make sure that all the joins which you will be joining are of higher relevance. It is not from one particular group that you'll be getting business. It will not be from one single group that you'll be getting all connections and all business. So it is gonna be from several groups. So join as many groups as possible which is of higher relevance, where your clients will be there, or you'll be getting more opportunities from that group. So make sure to follow this step. That is the most important thing that you should be keeping in mind while you are joining a LinkedIn group. Next point is making new connections. So right after joining the right group, you should be connecting with them, right? So you should be engaging with them, you should be connecting with them, and you should establish a connection with them. So that is what your next step is after joining any LinkedIn group. So right after making connections and making aware that all those things, you contact those people. Your connection is already established, and after establishing that connection, try contacting them. Showcase your works. What have you done? Who have been your clients? Whom have you worked with? What are the experiences? What are the offers which you can be providing? Try mentioning all these things to the people or the relevant people from the group that you can be promoting your business, or else you'll also be able to get new opportunities from the groups, from the relevant person who are part of that group. So try following these and try to get a lot of opportunities through LinkedIn groups as well. The next point is getting traffic. So you're posting things on LinkedIn platform, right? So you're posting things in order to, a lot of people to see your post and get connected with you and get in more business, and also get in more opportunities through LinkedIn platform, right? So in order to get all these things, you should be getting traffic to your profile. You need to have a lot of people trying to visit your profile, trying to get to know you, trying to get to know all the skills that you're possessing, trying to get to know your experiences and understand how you will be able to be an asset for them rather than being a liability, so that they will be able to come to your profile and understand your skill set and analyze your profile and then come to a conclusion whether you can be an asset or you can be a resource for them. So in order to get that, you need to be making sure that those kind of people who can employ you or who can bring in new opportunities for you are coming to your profile and understanding all those things. So in order for that, you need to be getting traffic to your profile. Let's get to know on that. So what are the ways in which you will be able to get traffic? Some of the ways which are mentioned here are through your feeds, through LinkedIn groups, sharing your content, and also viral effect. Alright? So that is how you will be able to get traffic. The first point is through feeds. You can increase the reach for your business through feeds. You can share about your business, what kind of products and what kind of service are you providing, and where are your location, what are the basic things that you provide for free, are there in your offers. All those things can be mentioned in your feed. Now all those people who are actually interested in availing that product or availing that services will be looking out for you and will be coming out onto your profile and be knowing what are the things that you're providing, and if you will be able to provide some sort of resources or some sort of services for them which they are actually looking for. So through feeds, you'll be able to get in traffic through your profile. The next one is through LinkedIn groups. I've just now told about LinkedIn groups, how you'll be able to join groups, what are the limitations of joining a group, and how you'll be able to connect with the people and in what all groups you should be joining. By following all those things, you are sure to get traffic through LinkedIn groups as well. The next one is through sharing your content. By sharing the relevant content, you'll be able to attract a lot of people who are actually interested in availing your products or services which you are providing. So try to showcase them through your posts and feeds that you are an expert in that domain, and you will be able to provide a satisfying service for them which they are actually looking for. Make sure that you are sharing professional contents, because this is a LinkedIn platform and this is not in like any other social media platform. So make sure that you're using professional content in order to share in your feed, and all those things should be kept in your mind while you're sharing your content, so that you're sharing the relevant content, and the people who are actually interested in your content will be coming to your profile and checking out on the details which you are offering, and try to offer you a business deal, or try to get a business opportunity, or even try to get opportunity in your career as well. So through your feeds also you will be able to get in traffic. Next one is through viral effect. So what is viral effect? Viral effect is actually nothing but other people sharing your content. So if you're posting quality content, people will be actually liking your content, and people will be sharing your content, right? So people will be having higher engagement rates, people will be commenting on your posts, people will be liking, sharing, resharing, and all those things can happen if you're sharing quality content which is actually relevant in that particular time, right? So if you're doing though, people will be sharing your content, and you can have a viral effect. When people are sharing your content, you're getting more reach. When someone else is sharing your content, you're having an opportunity to share your content to all their connections. So if you're having more shares, more people are sharing your things, you can multiply your number of reaches. So, so if anyone else is sharing your content, you're having an opportunity to get more reach. All their connections will be in a position to see your post, and through their connection, you will be able to get more reach. And through their connections also, when people are watching this and if people are interested in availing your service, through them also, you will be able to get more traffic, and through those traffic, you will be able to get more business as well. Now let me guide you through the next topic, which is nothing but sharing the right content. We all know that LinkedIn is a professional platform, and there are some things which you need to be following while you're sharing your content on the platform LinkedIn. It's not like how you share your content in any other social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat, or anything of that sort, right? So you need to be knowing some things while you're sharing your content on the platform LinkedIn. Let's get deeper into that. So some of the points which I've mentioned here are sharing general update on the domain, sharing specific topic from the domain, sharing your experience, sharing third-party content, and sharing engagement-based content. So these are the basic points which I have mentioned here. Let me take you through each of these. Starting off with the first point, which is nothing but sharing general update on the domain. It is always advisable for you to share general content on your particular domain. If you are a digital marketer, it's always advisable for you to share general contents on digital marketing as a whole. So what is digital marketing? Why do you need to follow digital marketing? What is the advantage of having digital marketing? All these things are various general topic in your domain digital marketing. So if you're a digital marketer, it is always allowed for you to share general content as well. At the same time, please make sure that you're not completely focusing on general content itself. You have to be sharing content on specific topics in that particular niche itself, so that you don't focus completely on the general topic. When you share contents on specific topic in your particular domain, so that people think that you know something on digital marketing or whichever domain you're comfortable with. When you're specifically talking about a certain topic, people will be amazed to know that, even the specific topic on that particular domain you are aware of. So like that, it is always recommended for you to share contents. So it is always advisable for you to share your content on general basis as well. At the same time, please do give more focus on specific topic in your particular domain itself. So that is one thing you should be noting here. And then coming to the next one is sharing your experience. It's always great to share your experiences which you had in your domain, in your particular domain. So I'm taking the same example here. So if you're a digital marketer and you got a big opportunity with a big client and you got that opportunity to work for him and provide service for that company, it is a big experience for you, right? So you can showcase that you have been working for that eminent personality or eminent company in which you got the opportunity to work with them and work for them and provide them your service, right? So that is a great achievement for you as well. So you will be able to share all those things, your experiences, your achievement, what are your major learnings from out of these. All of these can be shared under the category of experience. It is always going to be beneficial for you when you're sharing your thoughts, experience, and what you've learned all over your journey. So it only makes you a more better person, and it always pictures you to the one who are viewing your profile that you've already had some experience, you work with the big clients, you worked on big projects and all those things. So people will be having some trust in you and you'll be trusting you, and people will be always tending you to give more work because you have already been working with a lot of people and you have also got certain experience in your domain, right? So these are the main reasons why you should be sharing your experience through your posts or feeds through your profile in the platform LinkedIn as well. The next point is sharing third-party content. What is third-party content? What do you mean by sharing third-party content? If you think that you're posting a lot on general aspects, it's not good to post a lot of posts on general aspects, right? So you need to be focusing on your particular niche. So even then you feel that this is not the particular time to focus on the particular niche and post on that particular topic. So if you think that this is not the right time to post that particular topic in this platform, then you will be able to reshare the contents which is already being delivered by someone else. So it is always better to keep your profile active by resharing if you don't having any content to share. It is always important to keep your profile active if you're not having any particular topic to always share with your viewers. So it is always better to reshare even if you are sharing a third party content. That is also not a problem because you're keeping your account active at the same time you're sharing relevant content. Don't simply reshare content of a third party just because you want to keep your profile active. Only share those content which you feel is relevant, you feel that is having higher impact on your particular domain. Only such contents you should be resharing on your profile. So that is all about sharing a third party account. It is important to keep your profile active all the time. The last point here is sharing engagement based content. Do you know how much important it is to keep all your viewers engaged? When you're having higher engagements on your posts or on your updates, people tend to react more. You'll be getting more likes, more shares, and all those things. So LinkedIn algorithm picks this up. When there are a lot of engagements coming up, LinkedIn algorithm detects this and increase the reach, promotes the post by the LinkedIn algorithm itself, so that you'll be getting more reach on your content. So it is always recommended to follow engaging contents in your profile so that people will be engaging with you. Make sure in your content you ask a question, ask them to comment on your post, and give them feedbacks on what they think on the particular topic which you're sharing. So all these things can be performed while you're sharing your content. The next set of things that you should be keeping in mind while you're sharing the content are: identify pain points, share your article, video, or podcast, promotion through blogs, app title and thumbnail, feed groups and individuals, redirecting to your page. So let me take you one by one here as well. So identifying the pain points. You should be sharing the content based on the pain points. You should identify what are the pain points, what are the issues or problems which are being faced by your clients. So you should be understanding what are the issues, and then only you will be able to provide a solution, right? So you should be understanding what are the issues, are there any problems, so is there anything which you will be able to perform for them so that things can be made easier for them. So you should be identifying that initially. So only after finding their problems and only if you're able to provide solutions for that problem, you will be able to succeed, right? So that is the first thing that you should be doing. So in order to do that, you should be identifying their pain points. That is the first thing that you should be doing while you're delivering service for any of your clients. Come to the next point. Next point is nothing but share your article, video, or podcast. In your platform, you can share your article which you have written regarding your products or services which you're providing, or the business feeds. All those things can be provided to your clients through articles, and also you will be able to make videos as well. Make short videos, maybe 1 minute long, 2 minute long, or 30 seconds long. Short videos as well in order to promote your company, in order to promote your business, so that people will be knowing about your company, what are the services and what are the products which you're providing. And in certain cases, people tend to like your video and then like try to contact you, whether you are providing the service and whether you are a genuine person. So whether you're a genuine person to contact for them, all these things can be brought in through videos as well. People tend to listen to podcasts all the time, whenever they are doing their chores, whenever they're cleaning their house, whenever they're washing their utensils, even when they are going for jogging as well. So these are the times in which people will be tend to listen to podcasts. So they don't want to simply waste their time, right? They can make their time useful even while they are doing their chores as well. That's how podcasts have been coming into effect and coming into picture, being on a trend right now. So you will have an option to promote your page or promote your business through podcasts as well. So you can share your podcast links in your profile, so people will be listening to your podcast, and if they are interested in, they'll be rightly contacting you for availing your service which you're providing. The next point is promotion through blogs. So if you're trying to promote your business, let it be any business, any product or any service which you're providing, it is always advised for you to have a blog page for yourself. That blog page must be completely dedicated for your business, for all the products and for all the service which you're providing. Since it's completely dedicated for your blog, people who are actually interested in your product and service will be following your blog, reading all the articles which you're sharing, and all those things can be made through blogs. You can post on your LinkedIn page regarding the blogs which you have done. You can also post regarding the takeaways from your blogs. You can post your blog links so that, when you're posting your blog links, whenever your connections are coming to see your blogs, people will be coming to your blog and knowing about your products and services. And if they're sharing your content or sharing your feed to their connections, then also they will be getting more connections, more reach to your blogs and all those things. Through your blogs, whenever you're having higher reach on this particular post, you're having higher reach to your blog as well. when you're having higher reach to your blog, you'll be hitting higher reach onto your viewers who are actually reading through your content regarding your products and services which you're offering. So thereby you can increase your business by sharing your contents through blogs as well. So you can follow this, you can do blogs, and you can share all the things which you're sharing in your blog as different contents in your LinkedIn profile as well. So that is all about promotion through blogs. Next comes app title and thumbnail. So if you're doing anything of this sort, or if you're trying to promote any of your products and services to written content, please make sure that you're having an app title for your content, so that by reading your title, it should be catchy enough so that people should be tempt, or people should be convinced, so that they will be clicking on that and they'll be reading through all your content. So when you're getting an app name which is matching with your relevant domain, people will be clicking to it, so that people will be reading through your content, whatever you're having to share, so that people will be knowing that there is a company called this and these are the services which are being offered by this company. So people will be knowing it. So make sure that you whenever you're sharing written content, please make sure you're having an app title and also provide a thumbnail. So thumbnail also should be interesting, so that by seeing the thumbnail and the app title, people will be tend to click on that. So even by make the thumbnail as attractive as possible, so that people, just by seeing the thumbnail itself, people get attracted to your content, and just by clicking it, people come to your page and read through some of your contents. And even if people are not completely reading through your content, whenever they are seeing your post again after some time, people will be recollecting that, okay, I remember this company, these are the services which are being provided by this company. So people will tend to remember you and your service which you are offering. So that is also one advantage, or that is also one way in which you will be able to bring up business through this. Feed groups and individuals. So what do you mean by that? So what I've tried to convey through feeds, groups, and individuals is that whenever you are updating your profile with a new feed, new content, or new post, so you should be updating in your current feed. So in your profile, just update that, and right after updating your feed, just go to the relevant groups. So in that relevant group, share the content which you've actually shared in your profile. So share the content in your feed first, then onto your groups where you're having relevant customers or relevant people who are actually needing that services. So after that, directly go to the groups and promote your content in that particular group. Apart from that, you can also share your content which you have shared on your profile to your specific clients or to your specific viewers. After sharing your content on specific groups, you're also allowed to share your contents to specific individual as well. So you can directly share to them, you can directly DM them regarding all those things, so that directly they'll be coming to know regarding this. So you can share your content in your profile as a normal feed, then you can go to the group, and then you can go to a relevant group where you will be having a certain clients or certain people who might be actually interested in knowing about this. So you can go to that group and post it there, and also then you can go and share this with the relevant people who might be having interest in knowing this. So you can share with them directly as well. The final point here is redirecting to your page. So whenever you're sharing your blogs, article, podcasts, and all those things, you are taking your viewers to a completely different platform, right? So from LinkedIn, when you're sharing your content in as a blog or a podcast, when they're clicking it, people will be moving to your blog page, or people will be moving to the podcast page, right? So whenever they are moving from one platform to another platform, make sure that they are coming back to your profile and knowing more about you. For that to happen, you can share your contact ID, email ID, and relevant details in your blog page as well. This can be happening in your podcast as well. In your podcast description, you can share your profile page link and all the other factors which you should be sharing, so that people after listening to it or people after reading through your blog will be able to redirect to your page or will be able to contact you. Now the time has come for me to take you to the next topic, which is nothing but best practices and tactics. Let's see on that. So the best practices I've mentioned here are, starting with the first point, which is focus on your niche. So as I said before, if I'm taking the example of digital marketing, so if you think that you're good at digital marketing and you need to follow on digital marketing, then make digital marketing as your niche. If not, try to identify your niche and work on that. So the first thing that you should be knowing is the niche which you are going to be working on. In which area or in which domain are you good at? Or in which area are you trying to excel? Or in which area are you trying to proceed in the future? And identify your niche. So that is the first thing that you should be doing. Coming to the next point, that is always share quality contents. Quality contents. We all know that quality stands apart from quantity. It's not about the quantity of the contents which you share, it's the number of posts or number of likes you get. Likes are automatically being achieved by sharing quality content. If you're trying to focus on the number of contents which you have shared in order to get the analytics, it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. It's completely based on the quality of content which you are trying to share. What is the impact that is being created on the viewers? So how relevant is your content? Is it relevant with the time which you're sharing it? So in the present scenario, what are the higher trends? What is the main topics which are to be conveyed to your customers or to your clients at that particular point of time? Is it relevant? Is it of high quality? Is it of good quality? Let me tell you, how much ever boring is it, how much ever lengthy is it, or it doesn't matter. Even if it's lengthy or even it's boring for someone, it doesn't mean that it is boring for everyone. Not everyone will be attracted to your domain, right? So each and everyone who is attracted to your domain will be following you until and unless you are sharing quality content. So it's all about quality. If you're not getting higher engagements or higher response, please don't feel sad, because as far as you're trying to share quality content, normally or gradually you will be having higher engagements and you will not be having to worry about the likes or engagements or the reshares to your contents. So make sure that you're sharing quality content in order to achieve or in order to get higher responses from your clients. The next point is share on top pain points. I have already mentioned that we should be sharing content on the pain points. What are the issues which is being faced by your clients? What are the issues that you will be able to solve for them? So understand these points, understand what are the issues, understand their pain points, and try to offer them a service based on that. So if you're able to give them a solution for the issues which they are facing, people will be happy to take your service, right? So identify the pain points and try to find an opportunity in that pain. So try to convert that pain into the opportunity and bring in business for your company. So that is how you should be focusing on the pain points. Identify the pain points, work on that, and try to provide them service based on these points. That is how you will be able to get higher engagements, higher reach, and bring in more business as well. So focus on the pain points and try to identify the pain points and try to convert them into opportunities. The next thing is be active on groups. I've already mentioned how much impact a group can make. Right? So you will be able to connect with the relevant people. You will be able to share your thoughts, network the right people. You will be able to sort or filter out people whom you are interested in, or people who are actually interested in availing your service. You've already got a people who are actually interested, and you've got the right people, right? So be active in those groups. Make sure that you share your contents, share your experiences, and share your works which you have already done. All those things can be shared in your groups, and through them you can bring in more business, more networking, and more opportunities through groups as well. And make sure that you're joining any active groups and not simply for the sake of joining a particular group. The next point is be in close relation with the decision makers. It is always important for you to have connection with the decision makers, because they are the one who makes the decision. So it is very much important for you to have connection with the decision makers. Even if you're connected with anyone from that particular company, that doesn't actually have a much influence on you, because they are not the decision makers. You need to find a way or find an opportunity to connect with the decision makers. They may be CEOs, they may be co-founders, they may be founders, or they may be directors. So top level employees or owners and all such people are the decision makers. So try to contact with them and try to make a connection with them and try to establish a relationship with them, so that they are the decision makers, and they directly will be able to employ you or give you opportunities, because they are having the power to take a decision whether to avail your service or to neglect your service. Since they are having the power to take a decision, it's always recommended for you to establish a connection with the decision makers. The next point being offer them free consultation. It is always a good practice to offer them free consultation. So you might not be offering free consultation all the time. Maybe the initial time, if the first time they're consulting with you, make it free for them. So they'll be knowing on how much idea you are having on that particular domain, how you will be able to offer them help, and how they will be able to benefit from availing service from you. So in order to get higher reach or in order to establish a connection with those clients, it is always better to practice offering a free consultation with them, explaining all your services which you are providing, all your big clients, and all those things can be shared to them while you're offering free consultation to your new clients. So make sure that you're offering at least one free consultation in the initial stage, so that people will be remembering you and people will be having an opportunity to talk to you, and thereby you can build a connection with them and bring in business through them. The next point is grant them an offer which they can't refuse. If you are a beginner and if you are completely new to the domain and if you are getting established to the domain, you're not yet established, but you are on the way to get established. So it is very much important for you to thrive in the industry, right? In order to thrive in the industry, you need to be getting frequent business, right? So in order to achieve that, grant them an offer which they'll not be able to refuse. That should be the kind of offer which you are offering to them, so that you'll be able to get an entry to your domain. So you'll be getting frequent works, you'll be getting frequent projects, you'll be getting frequent business, and through them you'll be getting a lot of connections, and so they'll be referring you for another kind of service which another company wants, and all those things can be made through your business networking, right? Especially when you're completely new to the domain, it is always better for you to grant your initial customers an offer which they can't refuse, so that they'll be trusting you, they'll be considering to avail your services, and they'll be paying for you for your services which you are providing for them. Next step is ask your employees to follow these formula. If you are following this, ask your employees also to follow this formula. So, I'm already told you now, if you're completely new to your domain and you're getting established and you're on the way to get established, ask your employees as well to do this. Ask your employees to provide free consultation. Ask your employees to share your content on their LinkedIn page. Ask them to reshare your content, and all those things can be performed by all your employees as well, right? It is not just benefiting your business, it is also helping their profile or their LinkedIn profile to be active on the platform LinkedIn, and they'll also be getting more connections. So it is not only benefiting you, it is also benefiting your employees. So make sure to ask your employees to do the same. Ask them to reshare your content, ask them to promote your content, ask them to provide free consultation, provide free service, and done a lot of variety of offers for you. So in all these practices, you will be able to bring in more businesses to your domain. The last point here, which I would like to mention, is consider delivering contents as lists. Make sure that you're delivering your contents as lists. Top 5 contents, best 5 practices to follow, top 10 highest paying jobs. All those contents can be delivered as lists, so that people will be more attracted to your title, like top 10, top 5, the best 5. All those things will be more attractive for them, right? So that people will be knowing what are the top things, and people will be tending to click, and people will be knowing more about your services, your offers, and all those things can be promoted through your top list content as well. That is also one way in which you will be able to market, or you will be able to promote your products or service, or even your personal LinkedIn profile through LinkedIn marketing.
Coming to best tactics. The first point is make sure your contents are shared as complete sentences. This is because LinkedIn algorithm will be going through each of the posts which you are posting. And if you are sharing your contents as incomplete sentences, which doesn't make any sense, LinkedIn algorithm will definitely identify this and mark this post as spam or content of poor quality. And if your contents are being marked as poor quality, you will not be getting higher reach on your contents which you are sharing on the platform LinkedIn. So in order to avoid this, it is always recommended for you to share all the contents which you are sharing on the platform LinkedIn as complete sentences, which makes proper sense. The next one is golden hour rule. What is golden hour rule and what is even golden hour? Let me talk about golden hour first. If you are posting a content on the platform LinkedIn at 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m. would be your golden hour. That is the immediate hour after posting your content on the platform LinkedIn. And what is golden hour rule? Golden hour rule is so simple that if you're posting any content on 7 p.m., you should be making sure that you should be available on the time 7 to 8 p.m. That is during the golden hour. This is because if you are getting any engagement on your content at that particular point of time, make sure that you're available to respond to all the comments you are getting on that particular post, because LinkedIn algorithm finds this out. And if LinkedIn algorithm finds that you are getting higher engagements on your post and you're also responding to those comments which you are getting, LinkedIn algorithm finds this as a high quality content, and LinkedIn algorithm will be sharing your content to more number of people. So make sure that you're active on your platform LinkedIn right after you post your content, especially during your golden hour, and make sure you are able to respond to any of the comments which you are getting, so that LinkedIn algorithm finds out that this content is of high quality and people are getting engaged with it, and the people are also getting responses from the person who has posted that particular post. This is one of the most important tactics that you will be able to follow in order to get higher reach to your posts. The next point is never share link. Why don't you share any link in the post which you're sharing in LinkedIn? This is because if you're sharing any link in your post which you're sharing, people who would be viewing your post tend to click on those links and they'll be taken to that particular platform which the link redirects them to. And definitely LinkedIn algorithm finds this out. If you're sharing any content, LinkedIn algorithm knows that, hey, if you promote this post to a lot more number of people, people who view this content will be moving out from the platform LinkedIn. And LinkedIn algorithm would never want that to happen. So that is the reason why I am recommending you never share any links in your post while you're posting any content on LinkedIn. And if you're so certain that you need to be sharing any link on your post, never do that. But you're always allowed to share your link in the comment section. So if you're so certain that you need to be sharing any link, you can do that in the comment section, but not on your post. This is because LinkedIn algorithm finds this out, and LinkedIn algorithm would never like to lose their users from the platform LinkedIn to any other platform. That is the main reason why you should be never sharing your links on your posts, but you can do so in your comment section. Coming to the next point, best time to share your feed. What do you think is the best time to share your feed? Or which is the time you usually consider sharing your feed? I would recommend you share your contents on the platform LinkedIn at 8:45 a.m., 9:45 a.m., or 10:45 a.m. because this is the time when most people join or start the work for the day. So before joining or before starting off the work for the day, they'll be tending to use their social media platforms right before joining or right before starting their work for the day. So that is the reason why I have mentioned these particular times, that is 8:45 a.m., 9:45 a.m., and 10:45 a.m. Apart from this, you can also post your contents at 4:45 p.m., 5:45 p.m., and 6:45 p.m. because this is the time most people tend to drop off from the work. They sign off from their work during this time, that is 4:45, 5:45, 6:45 p.m. So right after completing their work, they check their phone immediately. They check their social media platforms and what are the updates coming on that. So it is also recommended for you to share your contents at this time as well, so that you will be getting higher engagements and higher reach when you post your content on these particular times. Coming to the next point, that is never use hashtag follow, like, or comment in your post which you're posting in the platform LinkedIn. This is because the moment you insert or the moment you use these things in your comment, LinkedIn algorithm will be finding out these things and will be marking your post as spam of poor quality. If this is the case, then you will not be getting higher engagements to your post. At the same time, you will not be having lot number of reach to your post. Thereby, it is always recommended or advised not to ask anyone to like your post or comment on your post or even share your post. If the viewers tend to do that, they can do it on their own, but never ask them on the platform LinkedIn. Also, don't mention any hashtag as well, because all these things give your post a black mark. These will be considered as poor quality content or spam. So that is the reason why I am asking you never use hashtag, ask any users to like or comment or ask to follow you. Coming to the last point, ask a question. When you're sharing any content towards the end, ask a question or give your viewers something to think about so that people will be tend to answer your questions which you have shared in your content. And if users are answering to your questions or commenting their thoughts on the perspective which you have shared, then a LinkedIn algorithm will be finding this as engagements. People will be highly engaged in your content and thereby you will be getting more amount of reach. So that is the reason why I'm asking you to share any question or ask your viewers any question or give them something to think about so that they'll be responding to your posts which you are sharing on the platform LinkedIn. These are the few tactics which I would like you to follow so that you will be getting higher reach and higher engagement to your contents which you are sharing on the platform LinkedIn. Moving on to LinkedIn Analytics. What does it do for us? Let's see. LinkedIn Analytics helps us to understand and evaluate our performance in the platform LinkedIn. How are we going on? Is our profile working right? Or are we performing well on the platform LinkedIn? Or are there any scope for improvement? Do we need to get any feedback from them so that we will be able to understand how we perform and then thereby we'll be able to improve our tactics or strategies so that we'll be getting higher engagements and higher reach to our contents. So whenever we are getting any feedback, we'll be able to know, we'll be able to analyze how we are performing, and if something needs to be changed, we'll be knowing that, hey, there's some problem with my profile, I'm not getting enough reach, I'm not getting any engagement on my post, so where have I gone wrong? So you will be able to evaluate yourself and understand where you have gone wrong. And if you're performing well, hey, you will be able to then understand, okay, I'm doing good. My profile seems to be good. I'm getting engagements. I'm getting enough reaches. So how can I get more reaches even now? So that is the kind of question you should be asking them. So that is what LinkedIn Analytics offers us. So from the dashboard, we'll be getting a lot of data from LinkedIn Analytics. Dashboard provides us various informations like how many people have viewed your profile and who all have viewed your profile. So you'll be able to get the data who viewed your profile and how many people viewed your profile. Not just that. Apart from that, you'll also be shown how many times you got appeared in any search appearances. And at that particular point of time, when people were searching for someone, did your profile show up there? Were your profile shown to those people who were searching for some quality or talented people? So if that is the case, LinkedIn Analytics would also be providing that. If someone was searching for someone related to your field and if your profile appeared, LinkedIn Analytics will be definitely showing you that details as well. And not only just that, what are they doing? What designation are they working? On which companies are they working on right now? which companies are actually interested in hiring you. All those details can be known by knowing the search appearances. Apart from that, you'll also be knowing who all viewed your post, how many engagements have you got, and how many reach have you got on each of your posts. All these are the various advantages or various features of having LinkedIn Analytics. You will be able to find this in your LinkedIn dashboard. Let me take you through some screenshots of my profile. So in my dashboard, these are the details which I am able to see. I am able to see that recently 140 people have viewed my profile. So that is an input for me. I can understand that this many people are viewing my profile. See, that is also an input for me, right? And apart from that, I'm also getting to know that I have got 2914 posts views. So for the contents which I have shared on the platform, combined I am having 2914 views. Apart from that, I'm also getting 57 search appearances. If someone is searching for any candidate, based on the filters. So I've already mentioned about the filters, right? So I'm a research analyst at Great Learning. So they might have been searching for research analyst based on the location, based on age, or based on even qualifications. So based on all these things, when people are searching for any candidate, my profile has been appeared in those searches 57 times. That is also great input for me, right? People are looking for me. So I'm able to understand that people are looking for me through search appearances. So what else are we supposed to see, or what else are the features of having LinkedIn Analytics? Let's move on to the next slide. Here I'll be able to know that in the past 90 days, I've got profile views of 140. But that is not good because for the past week, the number of profile viewers have gone down by 33%. That is a huge amount. If I'm getting 140 profile viewers in the past 90 days, even then I'm losing number of profile views on my profile. See, for the last week, I have lost 33% and that is not a small number. So I should understand that, hey, Tony, there's something wrong in your profile or something wrong with the actions which you're taking on the platform LinkedIn. Maybe because you're not posting content frequently, not taking the right steps which we have talked about in this particular course. So I should be understanding where I went wrong. So I'll be able to get that evaluation done with the help of LinkedIn Analytics. Coming to search appearances. I've already mentioned that I've got 57 search appearances. My profile got viewed 57 times when people were searching for someone or some candidate based on the factors or based on the filters which they were requiring. These were the data collected from July 20 to July 27. In this 1 week, I've got 57 search appearances. I'm also getting that particular data as well. Not only just a number, I'm also getting that my profile got appeared in search appearances during that particular time period. That is that particular week of July 20 to July 27. And not only just that, I'm also getting to know where my searchers work. They belong to Hindustan Zinc, Accenture, Chegg Incorporation, and also Great Learning. So I'm able to get a lot of data, right? And not just able to see how many times my profile appeared in any of the search appearances. Apart from that, I'm also getting to know who are interested in my profile, which industry is actually interested in my profile. I'll be able to know which industry is actually interested in hiring me or which industry require the talents which I possess. So I'll be knowing my value there. If I'm not sure where to shift or which company to approach, I'll be able to have an idea regarding that from the search appearances data. So I'll be able to know which companies have already searched for me, which industry are they belonging to, and what are the talents which they require, which I possess. So I'll be able to know all these details with the help of search appearances and also getting to know where they actually work for. We'll also be able to get to know what they do, what designation do they work for. We already came to know that how many searches I got appeared and also which industry are they belonging to or which company are they working for. Apart from all those details, we'll also be getting to know their designation. Based on designation also, we'll be able to characterize the people who have viewed my profile. In my case, the LinkedIn Analytics shows me that 13% of searchers who viewed my profile were founders or CEOs in a particular company. They formed the company. So founders were actually interested in my profile. I am able to get to know that. And also, 6% of my searchers were belonging to software developers category. So they were working for different companies in the designation of software developers. They are also interested in my profile. At the same time, equivalent amount of people, that is 6% of them, were also interested in my profile and they were belonging to the classification of information technology support specialists. I am able to see that as well. And surprisingly, 4% of my search appearances were for authors. Authors were actually searching for me. That is also great input for me that others are also interested in my profile. And next, 4% of them were also interested in information technology system administrator. By understanding these data, I'll be getting to know that, see, my skill sets which I possess or my data which I have shared with LinkedIn showcases me that actually people from the industry IT are interested in my profile. Software developers search for my profile, IT support specialists search for my profile, and IT system administrators also were searching for my profile. That is all a great advantage for me, right? I'll be also able to get to know which industry is actually looking for me. If I am trying to move from one company to different company and I'm not sure to which industry should I shift to or to which company should I shift to, I'll be able to have an idea by getting all these data from LinkedIn Analytics as well. I'll be able to know who all viewed my profile, how many people viewed my profile, what are they actually doing, which industry do they belong to, which are the companies which they are working for. At the same time, I could even know which designation are they working for. So by collecting all these data, I'll be able to know my performance on the platform LinkedIn. Is my profile going well? Or is there scope for improvement? I'll be able to evaluate myself and my profile, and if not going well, I'll be able to know that I should change my strategy so that my profile will be performing well and more people would be interested in my profile. So these are the benefits of having LinkedIn Analytics. Now let's have a look at what all we have learned in this course on LinkedIn marketing. We have started by understanding the importance of having a LinkedIn account. What is the use of LinkedIn account? Why do we need a LinkedIn account? And what is the importance of having a LinkedIn account? That is what we saw first. Then we moved on and saw how we'll be able to increase the reach on our profile. How we'll be able to get more reach to our posts. How can that be made possible? We saw regarding that as well. And right after that, we looked at AllStar Profile. What are the benefits of having an AllStar Profile? How we'll be able to create an AllStar Profile? And what are the major advantages of having an AllStar Profile? Right? We saw a complete detail on AllStar Profile as well. Then we moved on to understand how we'll be able to target the right audience. It's not just about the reach. It is good that you're getting more reach on your post if you're getting so. But what is more important is the people whom your content are being shared to should be the right customers or right audience. Just by getting reach is not enough. If it's being shown to the people who are actually not interested in, then there is no point in getting that particular reach, right? So you should be knowing how you will be able to target the right audience, and we saw that. Then we moved on to understand LinkedIn groups. We also talked about Facebook groups as well, and how we'll be able to get more connections, more targeting, and all those things to LinkedIn groups as well. Then we moved on to identify how we'll be able to get traffic to our profile. How can we tempt people to visit our profile, view our profile, come to our profile, and see our data and see whether they are interested in our profile and whether we'll be getting a business or any other opportunities by bringing them to our profile. How can we do that? Or how can we get traffic to our profile? So that is what we discussed after that. Then we moved on to understand how are we supposed to share the content on the platform LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the professional platform and completely different from any other platform like Instagram, Snapchat, and all other platforms. So there's a particular way you should be sharing your content. So what are the ways, right? We have already seen that. Then we saw the best practices and tactics that you must be following in order to get higher reach to your content. How you'll be able to get higher engagements, higher reach, and thereby getting higher performance for your profile. So what are some of the tactics which I mentioned? The golden hour rule, sharing things in complete sentence which make complete sense, and how LinkedIn algorithm understand these and promote your content. We saw about that as well. And finally, we also saw on LinkedIn Analytics how we'll be able to understand and evaluate the performance of our profile in the platform. So we'll be able to getting to know who viewed my profile, how many people viewed our profile, how many times our profile got appeared in any such appearances, and if so, who are interested in my profile, which category are they belonging to, which designation are they working on, which companies are they working on, and which industry are they belonging to, all those details. We'll be able to completely understand the performance of our profile, and if not performing well, we'll be able to know that, hey, you need to do something so that you'll be getting higher performance on your profile. You then need to change your strategy and try out whether you are getting improvement, if you're getting more profile views, if you're getting more reaches, or you're getting more search appearances as well. So these are the basic things which we covered in this course on LinkedIn marketing. Hope you liked it.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoyed this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on this video any queries or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.